Legend says Antigua has 365 beaches, one for every day of the year. I was inspired by this, and I had such a great vacation idea to spend all of 2023 on a different beach every day. I searched online and I found a list of 27 beaches. Then I searched on Google Maps and found another 38. Sounds like I'm gonna have to put my dream on hold until I can find the other 300 missing beaches. Rendezvous Bay Beach is a very secluded and remote beach, not easily accessible to the public unless you're up for a long walk or have a 4x4 vehicle with high ground clearance. We drove past Spring Hill Riding Club, parked our Toyota Rush on the side of the road, and started walking. Reading all the reviews online about the terrible road conditions, we decided not to take any chances, but we could have parked further down the road to save some time walking under the hot sun. The beach was completely desert. Rendezvous Bay is a popular nesting area for the hawksbill and leatherback turtles. It is comprised of 4 beaches, the most popular being Doig Beach, named after Doig's family who owned land off Rendezvous Bay and used it to grow sugarcane. In February 2014, the launch of a 70-room papaya hotel and spa project with 55 luxurious vacation villas was announced, with 80 private residential homes, a 50-acre organic reserve, its own organic farm, hiking, biking, walking trails, and beaches. The hotel villas were approved under the Antigua and Barbuda citizenship program. It means that you can get an Antiguan passport if you invest in the project. In April 2014, the Papaya Hotel site clearing began. The target opening date for the hotel and spa was originally set to November 2016. The Rendezvous Bay private residential home sites were scheduled to launch in late 2015. But don't worry, you didn't miss any grand opening. As of the end of 2022, the Rendezvous Bay project is currently on hold pending a contract dispute and ongoing litigation. So enjoy the beautiful and undeveloped Rendezvous Bay area while you still can. It's really worth it. You can't say you visited Antigua if you haven't visited Fig Tree Drive. Fig is the Antiguan word for banana. It's narrow with a lot of potholes, which brings you to this rainforest area where local farmers grow and sell mangoes, bananas, soursop, guavas, and the famous Antiguan black pineapple. Fig Tree Drive crosses the island's hilliest areas. We drove here to visit Wailing Nature Reserve that was established in 2018 as a nonprofit, non-government organization to monitor, maintain, and manage 680 hectares in the Sheckerley Mountain protected areas in the southwest side of Antigua. This area spreads around the Wailing Reservoir, which was completed in 1900 and was designed to hold 13 million gallons of water to supply the local population. At the time, it was supplying water to 30 tanks in 15 villages. In 1945, a small additional dam was constructed, which formed a picturesque and now iconic Fig Tree Drive. There wasn't any signage at the natural reserve entry. We passed it and had to turn around. There weren't any signs at any parking lots, no hiking trails were marked, and no money was collected at the entrance. There was no one there except for us. It was strange and surreal. We had a Garmin GPS watch with an Explorer app for navigation and decided to go hiking at our own risk. We took a trail which brought us to the top of Signal Hill. The trail went from Wailing Dam to Signal Hill and was approximately 3 miles both ways and required 2 hours to complete. There were 4 other trails, some more challenging than others. Using one of them, you can hike to famous Rendezvous Bay Beach, 5 miles both ways. It takes 3 hours. The trail we took was very spectacular. We saw lots of birds, butterflies, mushrooms, and tropical trees, including sandbox tree. The sandbox tree belongs to the family Euphorbiaceae and is very toxic. The Caribs made poisonous arrows from its sap. The view from the top of the hill was breathtaking. You can see almost half of the island. There is a small freshwater pond just on the top where we scared away a family of wild goats. There is also a small field of young black pineapple plants. The signature fruit of Antigua, the Antiguan black pineapple, is known world-round as the sweetest and rarest variety. The Antiguan black is known to have a much higher sugar content and lower acidity than the more common varieties of pineapple. We had to try the Antiguan black pineapple, so we decided to make a quick stop at a fruit stand by the entrance to the Wailing Nature Reserve. The quick stop wasn't quick at all, though, because we met a wonderful local farmer and owner of a culture shop, Elaine Francis. She sells seasonal local fruits, including pineapples, guava, avocados, and homemade jams, homemade hot sauces, and juices. She showed us her garden with guava, avocado, soursop, and sugar apple trees. We had a long talk about life on the island and how locals survived the pandemic. We talked about gardening, exchanged recipes. She gave us some Christmas flower tea or hibiscus tea. At the end, we purchased black pineapple, some tropical fruits, jam, and hot sauce. I must warn you though, be careful biting into an Antigua black. You may not be able to enjoy any other variety of pineapple ever again. Later we found out why Wailing Nature Reserve looked so abandoned, without any signs or staff. As late as September 30th this year, this company stopped any activity due to ongoing conflicts with the government. So if you're planning on traveling to Antigua, take advantage and visit Wailing Nature Reserve before it's too late. From Fig Tree Drive, we drove to Old Road, driving alongside the Caribbean Sea coast. We passed lots of beautiful beaches with soft white and pink sand and turquoise water. Easy beach access with lots of space for parking. You can find restaurants and different activities around this side of the island. We had to make a stop at Morris Bay because we spotted 2 ponds with beautiful pink lotus flowers. It's a bizarre experience to see a field full of large aquatic plants. We have never seen lotuses growing in the wild before. Every part of the lotus plant is edible and medicinal, and the lotus flower symbolizes longevity in Chinese culture. Our next stop was Darkwood Beach. It's known as one of the most popular beaches along Antigua's southwest coast in Crab Hill. Swashwater Park is one of the main attractions on the beach and is huge fun for adults and for children. Darkwood Beach offers a variety of water activities for visitors to enjoy. The beach can be very crowded on the weekends, holidays, and when cruise ships are at the port. Pearns Point is a truly magical place located at the westernmost point of Antigua. The future home of arguably the top real estate development in the world, and the former leper colony, features 7 spectacular beaches without facilities and open to the public. Access is beside the 5-star Hermitage Resort Hotel, which looks very welcoming and attractive from the outside. We had to stop at a security gate, and after giving them our names and explaining the purpose of our visit, to see the beach, we were let in. The road was in great condition, leading us to uninhabited, clean beaches. The $300 million Pearns Point project was introduced in May 2015 as a new home for the world's elite. It was reported online by WealthX. The Parisian antique dealer, Ondine de Rothschild, daughter of the late Baron de Rothschild, bought 7 acres of beachfront land. She was supposed to build her dream vacation home overlooking the pristine beaches and clean water of the Caribbean Sea. 7.5 years later, her dream vacation home is still just a dream. Otherwise, we would not be allowed to visit this beautiful part of the island. Don't wait too long and visit Pearns Point now before the world's elites move in. If you have a few spare millions, you can buy a lot here. The prices start from 0.7 acres at $2.14 million, with the build cost for a house being around $2 million. We also hiked to the top of Pearns Hill to enjoy a 360-degree, breathtaking view of the island. Very much worth it, and it's not difficult to do at all. Driving home from Pearns Point, we stopped at Jennings Price Chopper to buy groceries. If you are an independent traveler like us and you want to cook your own food, I have to say that you can find almost everything you need at a reasonable price except for vegetables and imported fruits like apples. Apples are sold from $1 to $3 each. As an alternative, we purchase fresh vegetables and fruits from local farmers at roadside stalls. There are a lot of them around the island. Veggies and local fruits are very fresh and they cost less than at supermarkets. But be careful because some vendors sell imported produce along with local, and it can be a bit overpriced. The agriculture sector in Antigua is 4% of its total GDP. The main agricultural products are fruits, vegetables, and livestock. All agricultural products are mainly focused on the domestic market. Apparently, goats are the most profitable type of livestock. The Antigua fishery sector contributes approximately 1.5% to the country's GDP and is very important, especially during the low travel season. Tourism is the country's principal economic sector. The queen conch, Strombus gigas, is the second most valuable species after the spiny lobster, harvested in Antigua and Barbuda. During the early 1970s, the conch was gathered by free divers in shallow waters, but by 1978, shallow areas had been depleted, thus scuba diving became the more common method of collection. Pink conch populations are steadily declining, and local authorities don't do much to protect them. Overfishing has resulted in a decline in the variety and the number of reef species of fish. This is how snorkeling looks like in Antigua. I have never seen a Caribbean sea so empty of any marine life. It was shocking. What if the sargassum problem in Antigua and other islands is a result of overfishing, especially gastropods like pink conch? Maybe not directly, but through a food chain disruption. Environmental degradation in Antigua looks so much more profound and severe than in any other Caribbean islands we have visited. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure to subscribe.